Hello everyone, I am Disha Gupta and welcome back to my channel, The Nerdy Bookworm. As you know, I have started a new series in which I talk about the movies and the books from which they were adapted. So in this video, we are going to talk about the Game of Thrones Season 1 which was adapted from the Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. Most of you might have watched it as it's a very famous series. Before we begin, do not forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss the new videos. Let's begin.
Game of Thrones, as we all know, is a famous fiction series written by George R.R. Martin by the name of The Song of Ice and Fire. Its first episode was aired on 17th April 2011, and after it, it has just managed to gain popularity in the masses. In this series, we'll look at the differences in books and the show starting with season 1. The first difference is that Sansa doesn't tell Cersei about the Ned's plan of leaving the King's Landing in the show, unlike in the book, where she gets upset and drags out the entire plan to Cersei. I think Sansa is a character who has managed to acquire a lot of criticism, especially in the later seasons. So maybe not putting her in the light of betrayal in the first season itself is a way of protecting her character. The second difference is that in the show, Tyrion Lannister is introduced through a sex scene between him and Roz. The name Roz is not mentioned in the book. It is only there in the show. The role of Tyrion Lannister is played by Peter Dinklage, who is far more handsome and charming than the character mentioned in the books. In the book, Tyrion Lannister is mentioned as an ugly, deformed dwarf who has mismatched eyes. Even the hair is described as a mix of blonde and black to add to his eccentricities. The ages of characters introduced in the show are different from that in the book. The Stark children, Robb and Jon, are 17 instead of 15. Bran is 10 instead of 7. Sansa is 13 instead of 11. And Arya is 11 instead of 9. The royal children are older. Joffrey is 16 instead of 13, Myrcella is 12 instead of 8, Tommen is 10 instead of 6, and Daenerys is 16 instead of 13. The fourth difference is the character of Cersei can certainly be considered as one of the most complex and intriguing ones. In the book, however, her character is shown in only one dimension. She is presented only as an ice-cold character who tells to Eddard Stark, "When you play the Game of Thrones, either you win or you die. There is no middle ground." This is clearly visible in the scene when she visits Catelyn and talks about her first child. The scene only exists in the show and there is no mention of any such child in the book. The scene serves the purpose of only portraying Cersei in a more humanly light. Another difference comes in the famous scene when Bran Stark catches Jaime Lannister and Cersei in incestuous lovemaking. In the book, when Bran sees them, Cersei is facing the wall, thus her back is towards Bran and Jaime stands before her, while in the show Bran sees faces of both Cersei and Jaime clearly, and unlike the book they are dressed in the show. While Jaime pushes Bran down from the window, in the book he uses his left hand while in the show he uses his right hand, which adds to the dramatic effect in the later seasons when he loses the same hand. Another character difference can be seen in the character of Daenerys Targaryen. In the book, Targaryens are shown to have violet eyes, but it was not shown in the show. She is shown to be unaffected by the fire in the show as she is the mother of dragons, but in the book, when she comes out of the fire, though her skin is not burnt, her hair is completely burnt by the fire. So as we saw, the major differences in the book and the show is either to add the dramatic effect or to add layers to a character. Some backdrop characters such as Roz have been given significance in the show to bring out the stories of important characters. Thank you.
Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, do like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.